So what I want to talk to you about today is a kind of a pitching lesson that I gave my son in baseball. And like most fathers, when my son started playing baseball and began learning the skills of hitting and pitching, I wanted to dive in and study it a little bit, use video, and try to help him as much as I could. So the pitching coaches all talked about, and this was just not my son, this is most kids, when they pitch, when they throw a pitch, they have a tendency to step and open up their body before they let go of the baseball, instead of staying, straight towards home plate and then spinning over your left hip is really what you're trying to do. It's a little bit more over the top motion. It gives you more power and more speed. So I was trying to teach my son not to open up. So I came up with this concept where I laid a 2x12 board down here on the left, and I said, I don't want you to step on the board because that would be a sideways step. I want you to step straight, miss the board, and then I want you to hold this broom handle across your shoulders. So when he got back here, I wanted him to practice moving towards the plate without moving his shoulders. None of this open shoulders as he came through. And see, the open shoulders, I think, is what causes the step out with the foot. Because if you get back here and you start opening up, your foot's going to go out to the left. So what he did was he practiced stepping straight and keeping his shoulders. I told him just keep his shoulders closed or wherever they pointed. So if you take a big back to the target, if I'm this close, then I'm going to keep it there while I stride. And then once I get my left leg planted, then I spin over the top of this lead hip, and that's how you get the over-the-top motion, and you get the speed, the torso, and the rotation that's going to speed up your arm and give you more speed and more accuracy. So let's look at that with the golf swing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this across my shoulders. We're going to pretend like we're throwing that direction, okay? So here's the backswing in golf, and most people start down right here. They open the shoulders just like the baseball pitchers do. Trying to close the club face is generally what you're trying to do in golf, but you can see how opening the shoulders, the weight is still back here on my right side, and if I start with my shoulders, the weight's still here. So I spin around this hip, and I don't really get planted on my lead leg, my lead foot, and therefore I hit, lousy golf shots. So I had a student this morning, and I was kind of going over this with him because he had a tendency to start down with his shoulders, and we were actually working on trying to get him to use his hips better. And he made a comment to me. He said, maybe it'll help if I don't use my shoulders, if I start thinking about, pausing, almost like no shoulders at all, and then he'll be able to start down with his hips. And that's when I came up with this drill to kind of relay exactly what he relayed to me back to him and say, yes, that's what I want you to do. So you're going to get back here and start down. Notice how my shoulders, I'm not going to start unwinding early. I'm going to get back to my lead side. Now this is just fractions of a second in the golf swing. So you get to the top of your swing, and then there's this little move where you go back to your plant, your left foot, and then once you get there, then you can unwind and let everything come through impact with a lot more speed and a lot more accuracy. So that's my pitching analogy of opening up for the golf swing, and I think you can see how this can work. I'm going to do it from this view here, so pretend like we're hitting that direction in the golf swing. There's my back swing. This would be over the top. This would be opening my shoulders before I've transferred my weight. This would be starting down with my weight going to my lead foot. And then once I get my weight to my lead foot, then I work back under this direction. Okay? So those of you who have active shoulders, come over the top, hit slices. If you feel like you're pulling down, a lot of times you're going to feel like you're hitting and you're spinning out. If you've got problems like that, then you probably have overactive shoulders. And maybe you have to learn to quiet your shoulders. So the concept is you can take a broom handle like this, turn to the top, and then figure out how to start your downswing by using your legs, your feet, hips, and your knees. So here I am on my trail foot, and then I'm going to move back without firing my shoulders. So keep your shoulders quiet, keep your arms quiet, move here, and then let everything go. So this is a great tip. You have to get out there and work on it on the practice tee, and let me know what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell for my next video. Oh, hey, you looking for a game? Come on, you can join us. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring that bell and we'll notify you next time we come out for a game.